Pelican, New Jersey. It's Matthew Locascio with IHT, back with another weekly edition of helpful health tips and exercises for you guys. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, enjoying another gorgeous week of nice weather as the sun pours in my room here, my living room. And tonight is also, it's a great night for baseball, and the Yankees and Mets are playing tonight in what we know as the Subway Series. So for all you baseball fans out there, I wore my new Yankees 4th of July hat, my Jeter Captain Clutch shirt, because this is a Yankee trading company here. If you're a Mets fan, you have to let us know in advance so we can charge you more. Just kidding. I figured it'd be a good opportunity, guys, to go over 3 exercises that are great for baseball. I do with clients that I train for baseball, but they're great for everybody. So it doesn't matter if you've never played a game of baseball and you're like, these are exercises that are good for your body. I'll explain why as we're going along. But as always, guys, please, please, please remember to practice safety with these. Watch the video, watch it again, watch it a third time. Make sure you've got it down before you try to do these exercises. And if any of them don't feel right, you don't feel comfortable, A, don't do them, and then B, you can reach out to us, talk to me, talk to one of our awesome health and wellness experts, and they'll make sure that you're doing the exercises correctly. So safety is the most important thing, as you guys well know, as I always kind of just, pound in everyone's head, because you can't work out if you're injured. And so to stay on the path to health, you have to be healthy. So just make sure you're doing it correctly. Again, watch the video, pay attention before you try these at home. Now, for the first one, you don't need any weight. If you don't have a weight, if you don't feel comfortable using a weight, for this exercise, I am going to use this 5-pound weight. I would not go higher than that. You could use a kettlebell, such as this one for this. This is a little heavy actually for me for this exercise. Is a 10-pounder, so if you have a 5 or less pound kettlebell, you can use that. You can use a light resistance band that's wrapped around a door or a post, as long as it's light resistance, nothing over 5 pounds. And if it's a resistance band, make sure you're going super duper light. So the first one we're going to do, it's going to look a lot like I'm up at bat. So the feet for this, because it's an exercise, we're going to have shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap my hands around this weight to make sure I'm holding it securely. And I'm going to bring it back almost like I would a baseball bat if I was up at bat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate using my oblique and my hip muscles. I'm going to rotate. And as my head comes through, I'm going to follow through all the way till I'm parallel with my left shoulder. So I'm starting back behind my right shoulder here, and I'm going to rotate the weight and follow through right to the left shoulder. We're not doing a baseball swing here. You're not coming up like this and over the shoulder. You're just simply going to come through right at the middle of your body, basically what we call in training the nipple line, which is exactly what it sounds like, mid-chest. You're going to come through mid-chest and keep rotating right till you get in line with your left shoulder, meaning the arm. If you see here, that's where my stopping point is. So the reason this is good for everyone, what we're using to move our body here, not our arms, we're using obliques and hip action. So as my knees are slightly bent, I'm starting back like this, and I'm rotating all the way through, and then I'm rotating back. All the way through, rotating back. I'm not using my arms here to move the weight. I'm using my oblique muscles and, again, my hips. So I want to feel my oblique muscles rotating as I come across and then back. Come across and back. Do 6 to 10 and notice the nice slow movement. Again, not like a baseball swing. It's not a violent motion here, just nice and smooth, coming through and coming back. Now, the key with this is everyone has to be a switch hitter. We can't just work one side of the body. This side actually works the left side of the obliques more. So now we got to change course here. And we've got to do the same thing with our hands, but now we're going to come through from our left shoulder and rotate till the weight's in line with our right arm straight, like so. So again, rotating and back. Rotating and back. Breathing out, which I just did a terrible job of. I held it in there. On the way out, breathe through the nose. On the way in, again, extend out. Breathe out. Extend in. Breathe in. Nice and smooth. Again, we're stopping. Notice where I'm stopping, right as my arm gets in line with my shoulder. And back. Let's do one more. And back. Again, rotating using those obliques. This time I should feel it more in my right oblique as I rotate through. And back. But on both times, both ways, you should feel it in both obliques. You just might feel it more in the oblique to which you're rotating. So if I do this without weight, and you guys just watch me, you can see better the oblique motion as I do it. And that's where, again, right here and right here in the hips is where you guys should feel this the most. Okay, next one, guys. So this one kind of goes in line with fielding. And that is, we're going to do a side lunge, which is great for our hips, great for hip mobility. And we're going to reach across with our right arm towards our left leg. Often you'll see a backhand this way in baseball. So this is a good way. And again, we're going to pretend that our fielder in this case wears a glove on both hands because we need to train both sides of the body. So what we're going to do here, knees slightly bent, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. And I'm going to bend my left knee. The right's never going all the way straight. It's still staying semi-bent as I come down here. But the left's bending more. I'm coming across with the right hand, and then I'm raising up. And now I'm bending the right knee, coming across with the left hand, raising up. So it looks a little bit like a fielder playing in the field, backhanding a ball. Again, you don't need to go too crazy with the bend in the knee, but enough. You want to definitely make sure you're still doing a side lunge because that's what's going to work our hips, give us hip mobility and strength there, which is huge for baseball and huge for life. And again, be careful not to hyperextend the back leg. Keep it just ever so slightly bent still. We're raising across because guess what that works? The obliques. So as we come up and come across, you're going to feel a little stretch right there in the obliques. And this one you could do, I would recommend any from 12 to 20 reps total, meaning 6 to 10 each side. Alternating is the best way to do this. You don't want to overload one side on this exercise. Let's do one more. Breathe in on the way down, out on the way out. There you go. All right, and final one, guys. Again, we're sticking with the fielding here. And, sometimes you don't have to backhand. Sometimes fielders are placed perfectly, especially now with sabermetrics. And all they got to do is bend down and pick up a ground ball. But of course, because it's exercise, we want to add in a twist. So what we're going to do, we're going to, again, have our feet shoulder width apart in line with our shoulders. We're going to squat down, touch the ground, just like a fielder. They always teach you, right? Get the glove down to the ground. We're going to bring our hands down to the ground as we squat down, keep our head up. And then once we come up, we're going to do a little side kick. Why are we doing a little side kick? You don't do that in baseball. There's no karate in baseball. That's right. But we want to work those hips again. Hips, very big for baseball. So we're getting a little extra hip action along with obviously the leg work here and the core work. So we're squatting down, getting those hands down to the ground all the way. Touch the ground if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Just go to where you feel comfortable. Unless you're trying to actually make the Yankees, go to where you feel comfortable. If you're doing this for baseball and you have the range of motion, that should be your goal. To touch the ground in the squat. Bending down, again, not leaning over too far. I'm not bending at the waist here. I'm not going like this. I'm squatting. I'm bending my knees. I'm lowering my butt down. Coming up into the side kick. Down into the side kick. This one I recommend 12. Again, you want to do an even number because of the side kicks. Anywhere from 12 to 20 total. Let's say 10 to 20. I don't know why I'm feeling so ambitious today. 10 to 20 total. Don't go above that. Give yourself time. Make sure you're not too sore after the first set. You can always do a second or third set. Try and make sure after the kick, and make sure, again, notice I'm not going up too high with the leg kick here. It's just a little extra oomph for the hips. So just a small side kick, and by kick I really mean raise. Okay, we're not going hi-ya like this. We don't want to tear our groin or anything else. Just a nice little leg raise, like so. Let's do one more. Beautiful. So those are 3 ways, guys. Notice the nice slow motion. You don't have to go excessively far with the range of motion, but 3 great ways to use baseball exercises for everyday exercise, everyday health and wellness. Hip strength, hip mobility is important for literally every single human being on this planet. So, you know, it's something as we get older we need. It's something when we're younger we need. So these are 3 great exercises. Obliques are an unutilized muscle that we need strong because it helps protect the lower back. It helps us do any kind of rotation in life, any kind of turning without straining vital things. So these are all important. And again, if you have any questions, info@inhometrainermatt.com is the email. inhometrainermatt.com is the website, 908-875-3241. You can call us, talk to me personally with any questions you have about this or the Friday classes. I hope you had fun with Kristen. You'll see me this week. Maybe we'll do some of these fun ones, especially if the Yankees win. Let's go, Yankees! And have a great rest of your week, Arca, New Jersey. I'll see some of you guys on Friday.